I just can't wrap my mind around America. You know, number one, superpower, America, leaving our citizens behind. And we're going to leave our citizens behind. You've already seen it in the language. We've been playing it for you all week. You've already heard every American that wants to leave can leave. Well, I mean, we're not stranding anybody over there. I mean, we'll work it out. Look, we're going to get out everybody who wants to go. I mean, we all know what's going to happen. The Taliban gave us a deadline. That's about 48 hours from now, in case you're wondering. It's going to take 48 hours for us to leave. The deadline's August 31st, but they started about a 72-hour evacuation process for military personnel yesterday. So we've got about 2 more days. Military will be pulling out of there. And we're going to leave Americans behind. And, Mr. Producer, please go ahead and mark this. I've got a prediction coming for you, and I am actually doing this to you to help with your mental health situation, because sometimes I know you can get down too, right? I mean, look, there's a bunch of bad news right now. Who doesn't get down now and then? There's something coming. I want you to prepare yourself for it. 1, you know why we pulled out the way we did, right? Without pulling our civilians out. We've covered this on the show. Let me cover it again really quickly, because there's no love of country. There's no love of country in America's government now. Definitely not in the Democratic Party, very little in the Republican Party, none in the bureaucracies. They don't wake up every single day, any day, and say, I want to do what's best for America. They don't think in those terms because there's no love of country, because they've all gone to American universities, by the way. But that's another story. Oftentimes they hate the country. So because there's no love of country, when they decided they wanted out of Afghanistan, they decided it just based on politics. This was a political move. They decided, the 20th anniversary of September 11th is coming up soon. Let's get all our people out. We'll have a big celebration. Spike the football in front of America. Look what we did after 20 years. And they didn't give a second thought to the Americans who were over there or any of that other stuff because, again, no love of country. They don't think like that. They don't think in those terms. You do. These people do not. So they yanked us out. It was a disaster, as we know. They're now trying to navigate this political minefield because Americans are furious. His approval numbers are in free fall. Americans are furious. So all that's leading up to what's going to happen, and I want you to prepare yourself for this. September 11th, it's coming. It's the 20th anniversary of that awful day. I don't have to elaborate on what September 11th means to you. I want you to understand, when September 11th gets here, we are still going to have Americans, many, many, many of them trapped in Afghanistan. The Biden administration, with Americans trapped in Afghanistan, they're going to do a big celebration that day, a celebration of themselves. They're going to spike the football. Look how great we are. Look how wonderful we did with Americans trapped behind enemy lines. I know that's going to upset you. It's going to upset me. Maybe take the day off from social media that day. That's going to be a heavy day, and I'm telling you it's coming. And in case you're sitting there saying, Jesse, they would never do that. They're not that tone deaf. Do you not understand communists yet? Of course they're tone deaf. It's an anti-human religion of destruction and domination. They wouldn't genuinely care. I mean, understand this. Joe Biden, Jill Biden, Jen Psaki, Kamala Harris, Susan Rice, Ron McClain, any of them. Understand, if they woke up tomorrow morning, rubbed the sleep out of their eyes, and they rolled over and saw the Taliban had slaughtered all 10,000 Americans that were left there, not even a tiny bit of any one of them would feel the slightest tug of sympathy for that person who died or their families. They're communists. Human life doesn't mean anything. Oh, they would panic, but only for political reasons. They would instantly be running the poll numbers. What should we say? Let's pull some keywords before we give our press conference today. There's no love of country. On September 11th, they're going to celebrate with Americans still stuck there, people still dying there. Get ready. And we're going to leave them there. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.